Diane and Jack have had their fair share of ups and downs on their journey to becoming Mr. and Mrs. Abbott. They threw a wedding that was both cozy and a big, blowout party with everyone they know. But these two have been through a lot to make it happen. So, let's kick back and look back at their history that led to this special moment.
Hey everyone, welcome to TrendStreet.
When the whole town was against Diane, Jack never failed to support her. He was always there for her, and the same goes for her. And now they finally got to tie the knot. They have always been similar to each other. And maybe that's why they always click and find their way back to each other. Diane, played by Susan Walters, has always been a damsel in distress. She always needed a man who could save her, and Jack, played by Peter Bergman, was her knight in shining armor. Diane had her fair share of troubles. Phyllis, her forever enemy, even brought Jeremy Stark to town, thinking it would keep her away from Jack. But what did it do? Well, that move just cranked up Jack's protective instincts even more. It was like a switch was flipped, and he went from being a former flame to a full-on guardian angel. And you know how these stories usually go, right? How could they not fall in love? Jack was there, always by her side, offering comfort and a shoulder to lean on. So, it was clear that romance was the next natural step. It was like destiny pulling them closer together. Plus there was Jack, like a wounded puppy, and he was in need of saving as well, all thanks to Phyllis. His ego took a real beating with the whole Phyllis's affair with his brother, Billy Abbott. She stomped all over his heart, and it was a very low blow. And for the longest time, Phyllis kept trying to weasel her way back into Jack's life, but he eventually put his foot down. He made it clear, crystal clear, that they were never going to be a thing again. After all the lies, cheating, scheming, and betrayal, he just couldn't take it anymore. So along came Diane, with those unwavering affections, making Jack feel like a king. Now, let's not forget that Jack and Diane have a child together too. Kyle Abbott, played by Michael Mealer, was their pride and joy. Although Jack had other children, Kyle was the one Diane gave him. It's family, and family ties are tough to ignore. And at first, Kyle seemed a bit on edge about the idea of his parents rekindling their romance. But as time went on, and especially with all the drama caused by Jeremy's arrival in town, Kyle started to see things differently. The bonds of parenthood were pulling Jack closer to Diane, and no one could break them. Plus, the main thing was, Diane wasn't the old Diane anymore. She was all changed, and she had turned over a new leaf. Her past mistakes, like sleeping with Tucker McCall when he was engaged to Ashley Abbott, and faking her death, seemed like ancient history. She had truly evolved, and Jack saw it. The sins of her past seemed more like survival tactics, especially when she had to deal with money laundering issues. People really tried to push her buttons. By people Ashley, Jeremy, and Phyllis, but she didn't budge. She didn't go back to her old ways, and Jack knew she wouldn't break, so he had his whole trust in her. But perhaps the most significant factor in their love story was the timing. Jack had been walking the lonely path for far too long. He had dated Sally Spectra but cut things off before they got too serious. He even gave it a shot with Phyllis, but trust issues were a major roadblock. Jack was yearning for love, and Diane's return couldn't have come at a better time. She had been lonely too, and in that shared loneliness, they found a connection. And fast forward to the present, and Jack and Diane are now married and are happy, at least for now. Are they the end game? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below.
Thank you for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on if you want to hear from us, and comment down below if you've subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can.